Okay, I click that button, click this button, that thing has to pop up. There it is, it popped up. Then I click back on here. And okay, 3, 2, 1, we're live! Hey, welcome everyone. And glad to have you all on board today. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and this is the Volcano Eruption live stream. Welcome everyone. Glad to have you on board today. And we'll get right into things. Welcome. I see my moderators, Arizona Snowman and Piggy is here. Good morning, Piggy. Did you get some sleep? Just a little, I hope. Not sure if Paul Zilla made it in. Didn't see him yet, nor did I see C&D Boy yet. So they will be along, I am sure. And I see a lot of people saying hello to me. And thank you. And hello back. And we'll go through names. No, not an ounce. What, Piggy? What happened? You were there, you were ready to have a nap, and then what happened? Oh, let me guess. The crazy cat went after you again. Or something. I don't know. Anyhow, sorry. I gotta clear my throat. Hang on here. I tried doing that beforehand there and it didn't work, so I did it now. All right. Anyway, all cool. Hopefully put my head down, became awake. Oh, how's that work? I never knew that's the way it worked. Anyway, all right, Biggie. No worries. Hopefully you'll be okay. And let's carry on with the rest of our stuff here. And of course, first person in, he is super chilled and good. All right, good that the cat is good now. Not sure what the heck would have been wrong with him. But anyway, first person in today was Lucas Snow, even though he did delete his message after about 4 or 5 people came in after him. So he's the one who gets cookies today. So Lucas, you got the cookies. And don't argue. Anyway, glad to have, too late. He can have some off the table. He tried, but he didn't make it. No, I seen what went on there, and we're sticking with it. So, oh well, I'm arguing. No, don't argue. You can't get away with it. Anyway, I want to say welcome to all the wonderful people in here, and I'm going to start off with Oz. Welcome. Glad to have you on board. And then we've got Mona Alfano and Grandma B and Paul Williams and Alba Girl and Lucas Snow we got already, and Kate is back. Raymond Bensler in here. Garabandal is on board. OneFish26, welcome. Christopher is also here. Good to see you. DJ Puff the Third is here, as well as Don Arnold. Aloha to both of you. Tetra made it back in. Henry Nelson is here. Welcome back. And going up the ladder some more, seeing what other names we can find. We have Sharon Stewart is here. We got Paul already. Henry Nelson we got. Going up some more. Don Arnold. Hey, aloha. I seen you before. Yeah, down below. And Eva Rass, welcome back. Good to see you. Going up a little bit more to see who else I may have missed. Sue Hayes is in the house. Welcome, Sue. And we got Kate, we got Raymond. Sarah Miles, welcome. Good to see you. Going up a little bit more to see who else I may have missed. Layla is in the house. Old Mummy of Hamsters is here as well. Good to have you both on. Nice to see everyone. Grandma B we got. Oz we got. Rebecca Patterson. Good to see you again, Rebecca. Been a little bit. Pamela Moncure, welcome back. Always good to have you here, Pamela. Dodger in the house. And going up some more, we got Chris already. JB is also here, welcome. And we got Tetra. Going up the list some more here, trying to see if I missed any of the wonderful people. Hopefully we've got everyone on there so far. Just looking up the list here. And again, of course, a lot of people chatting, which is really good. That's really, really nice to see that people are engaging with each other, and it's decent civil chat. Hey, Berger is back as well, I see. Welcome. And going up a little more, see who else I may have missed. Looking pretty good. I'm right at the very top there, so don't see anyone else. And going back to the bottom, I got Sue Hayes already, got Mona. Okay, I had my volume down. Mona, I hope you got your volume set correctly now. Just trying to check and see. ESD is also in the house. Welcome. Stefan Broomhead, welcome back. Going up a little bit more again to find others that popped in while I was going up the list. And I think I've got most of you in there. Garabando, I don't know if I mentioned you earlier, but you're here, no problem, welcome. And I think that's about it. Okay, for right now we're good. So before we get too far with anything else, we do have some new feeds from the Azores. And this is something here from, this is the government of the Azores. So I'm not exactly sure of the camera locations yet. But we do have 3 different views, and it is this one, and then we also have this one here, and of course it being in the evening, it is 1900 there, so 7 o'clock in the evening, and it is very cloudy, so that's what we're seeing there. That is some kind of a little cove, and that looks pretty neat. And this is a different harbor, so we actually have 2 harbor cams, 2 different ones, and one of that little cove. And I'm still doing some research on where everything is on that island, and if one of these may actually be from another island, which is Pico Island, which is about 18.5 kilometers away. Across the water. So having those will be helpful in the future, and at least we have a little bit more of an idea if we see massive evacuations or something. The 2 harbor shots definitely will be showing those. I was trying to find one with the airport, but unfortunately I don't see one over by that particular airport. There are, on the other ones that are around, there are some that you can have a look at. But I am not going to hide it. If you guys want to see these cameras for yourself, it is right there on the screen, spotazores.com. So there is no hiding this. This is where these feeds are coming from. They are still pictures, and I think it's every 3 or 4 seconds that you get a new picture, and that is the location. So if you want to add those to your bookmarks and the repertoire that you carry there for different volcanoes, you may do so by adding those wonderful sites there. And they do have a variety of different islands. Just make sure you go to Sao George as far as the island when you look at the different ones, and you'll see it. And like I said, Pico Island is just 18.5 kilometers away, So if they have one pointed out across the water at Sao George, you can possibly see that as well on a clear night or a clear day, something like that. So again, if you need it, you see where it is on the screen. Very simple. Spotazores.com, and that is part of the government of the Azores there that is running that. So pretty awesome, and hopefully that will work real good. Okay, having done that, let us go around and look at our normal volcanoes. Of course, the first one that was on the screen was not Alaska. That was Mount Etna, and definitely still snow covered and all that nice stuff. I'm waiting for my screen to refresh here, and it will go. I have a lot more windows open now, so everything seems to be going a little bit slower. Anyway, it's amazing the amount of stuff I've got open now. I think I'm getting close to 40 different windows that are open, and that is a lot for a machine to handle here. So pretty cool though. Etna, of course, this was at 10:35 in the morning, and if I get on the proper screen there, we can see we are still seeing that smoke plume come off of there. And if we move ahead a little bit, time-wise, we can probably see it a little bit better in later portions of the day. And there, that shot, you can actually, that we moved it to 12:15 time-wise, and you can actually see it is continuing to off-gas on a fairly regular basis. And if we move a little bit further, hang on, that is a cloud. That's not it erupting. That's a cloud, just so you know. And would you see that plume continuing? And as we move along in the day, the weather got cloudier and cloudier, and pretty soon it got to the point where you couldn't see a heck of a lot. And anyway, it got bad when it got dark, and yeah, that's kind of what it looks like now. So if we hit it to the live, that's what our live screen looks like. Again, this is a slightly different view, and again, you can see that plume of smoke. I have this one set for 11:33 right now, just looking at it to see what it looked like. And the clouds did move in a lot faster on this one. When we look there, you can start to see them come in about 12:30 roughly or so, and by the time we get to, I think it's about 1 o'clock or 1:45, completely cloudy, you can't see a darn thing. So we'll put that back to live, and of course there's your black screen. Here's the other one of the other cameras. Again, you can see the plume off gassing. The snow line is definitely moved up from yesterday, so things are melting there, which is really nice. Those poor people in Sicily, I don't think they've ever had snow sitting around this long, and almost wish that they could move. Maybe they can move to Canada, eh? I don't think they want to do that. You wouldn't have too many volcanoes to look at, not active ones anyway. And as we continue on, that one also got cloudy, as you can see there, and we will go into the night, but not quietly, as we move it ahead here. And let's see, come on, you can do it. There's a live picture. Okay, so you can see the clouds zipping by, or fog or whatever it is, and hopefully it's not snowing there. And we did have really poor weather out in Iceland as well today, and that is why I have this camera on, because the other ones are very difficult to see. And that is what the weather was like there in Iceland. And we're going over to have a look at our camera views. I slid this one all the way over so I could actually see some ground here to try to see if we can see anything, but I'm scrolling through the photos one after another here, and it's just about not changing. I don't know if you can barely see the little bit of change. So we are not seeing a heck of a lot, and when I move it over to where the volcano should be, and I scroll through again, it is so foggy that we can't see a darn thing, and that is unfortunate. When we go to the other views, and we're not seeing anything. This is the one of Nathagi Valley. That berm should be down here on this end. We can't even see down to the ground, you know, and that is less than 500 feet from the top down to the bottom. So visibility very, very poor, unfortunately. And I'm scrolling through this one as well, and on occasion you see the water droplets on the screen there, like right there. Not too noticeable, but it is there. And then the only one where we actually got a picture from was this camera, but again, we're not seeing a heck of a lot, and that's supposed to be Upper Meridalia there, and we cannot see what it is doing. So scrolling through the day here and just not seeing it. So unfortunately, it is not that great. Let me see actually here, just so you can see that I am scrolling through the times, and this thing takes a picture every hour, I guess. So yeah, we're not seeing a heck of a lot, unfortunately, right from morning on. And yeah, about 7 a.m. is roughly when the first picture came in, and horrible. So anyway, we will leave that be. We'll head on over. I'm going to put it back on here so we can kind of get a little bit of an idea. Anyway, you see the sky in Reykjavik, and it is quite nasty. So not a worry though. We will carry on here. And let's see what is going on. So there's our harmonic tremor chart, still broken, and I'm saddened. I'm very saddened. It's broken, and it hasn't responded any data for forever. Anyway, this is where it should be when we're looking at the timeline. So about 2 squares back here. And that should be about 4 hours, and we're not seeing it anywhere near there. So obviously zero data. Since that one is not working, we'll go down to the Grindavik one, which is fairly close, and we will compare notes with what's going on with Grindavik. And it looks like it is running a pretty level playing field right now. The way it seems to be moving along there, dropped down a little bit in one and moved up on the other. So I'm guessing those, if you kind of move them down consecutively, you'll probably see the same thing on our Ragnar chart. So kind of what we're looking at. We don't see any really rapid big spikes in here like we had over here or there. Indicating any massive earthquakes or anything. There may be a few little ones in here, but nothing big. And let's scroll back up. We will leave it on this one, so in the future when I'm looking for it, I can find it. All right, moving over to earthquakes for Iceland anyway. Right away here, we see on our map, I did redo this 3 days. And of course, you see blue ones are in the 3-day ones, red ones are 1 day or brand new, and everything in between we know is other colors. We do see our big 4.1 there from the other day, yesterday. It is still showing on the map. Not seeing very large amounts of new red ones here, so we will zoom into these all and have a look. This is 1.79 kilometers down at 12:06 today. This one here, 7:45 a.m., 1.67 kilometers down. And then this would be an older one, and this was 30 minutes after midnight, 11 kilometers down, a 1.2. So not happening in very, very quick succession or anything like that. But they are there, so interesting, and we will continue to keep an eye on those. Checking out, we have older ones there. This one looks a little bit newish, the tiny one that is. No, yesterday's as well. We'll leave that alone. But while we're zoomed in, let's slide over to Astja, and there we go. Here's Astja. And the crater itself, whoop, a little too close there. I want to get onto this guy. And that was from yesterday at just about 1900. So nothing new at Astja, and that is showing it's quiet, no big uplift or anything like that. Like I said, this was that big one, that 4.1 that we had the other day, and very close to the surface, 135 meters down is what that one was. Then we had these other ones here as well, 2.55 kilometers down was yesterday at 15:15, and then he had a little friend. But we do see a new little guy here, 2:08 a.m., 300 meters down, and it was, no, sorry, 1 kilometer down. 3.3 as far as, sorry, 0.3 as far as magnitude. There, we got it. Sometimes getting those words out in the right order is difficult. Anyway, several other little ones here, fairly new. 941, 20 kilometers down. That's a long way down. And it was a 1.1. And then we have this other little guy here, 0.9. Oh, he's only 1 kilometer down at 9:33 a.m. And then you have this other one, 19 kilometers down, also 1.1, and 9:41. So very interesting, two very deep ones and one right on top. So the one on top probably got shaken by the ones on down below. We do see a little solitary guy here, 0.9 kilometers down, happened at 1:29 a.m. So I don't think that's going to mean much, but this is still interesting. These may be some aftershocks of this yet, since the area is in fairly close proximity, and it's Bardamanga is the area up there. So that is that whole area here, and that could very well be related to it. We don't see anything at the Grimsvatn, and that is good and bad in ways, I guess. Nothing new down here at Ketla or out at Hekla, so we're all good there. We will slide over. By the way, this is an interesting island. I don't know if you guys ever looked at this, but I wouldn't want to live there. Man, you're living on the caldera of a huge volcano, and then you got these little other volcanoes all around you. Boy. Plus you got a runway crisscrossing your town. Anyway, I didn't see that in color pictures with grass and everything. It actually looks pretty cool, so if you ever get a chance, go look at that. Also, let's see, just zoom out a little bit, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, this big one out here was from before. That was a 3.1 for, that was 2 days ago though. So we'll leave that be. A couple more just to let you know. This is the Reykjanes Peninsula for those who are new and don't know. And this is Reykjavik, the capital city. And if we slide down to the tip here, you can see Keflavik, the airport. Then you got Keflavik, Reikensbar and Jardvik as far as the towns right there. And then if we zoom in here a little bit, and this is Grindavik, and over here is the Blue Lagoon and the power plant, just so you have the lay of the land. We'll work our way in from the tip here. See a fairly new one here. Happened at 1:37 this morning, 6 kilometers down, 1.3, and of course that is right on the Reikens Ridge. Would expect that to be happening. Some not too far away from town, and see this one here, a 0.8, 4 kilometers down, 3:51 a.m. And then he had a little friend, a 0.6, 3 kilometers down at 3:17. So those two up a little bit higher than normal. Not anything big though. 0.8, 4 kilometers down, 8:36 a.m. And that's getting a little closer to our wonderful place. And of course, when I say that, this is the location of Ragnar, and this is the Geldingadarler Valley. This is Upper Meridalier, the one we can't see, of course. This is not Hagi, also the one we can't see. This is not Creaky over here, and Meridalier itself. So again, our Ragnar sits right about there. So that is about it for those. We do have these guys up here. This is Kalir, old extinct volcano, or well, I don't know if it's considered extinct, but very old. 1 kilometer down in depth. That's interesting. 0.6. That is a little closer to the surface than normal. This one, although, is 8 kilometers down, 0.9, and it was 11:16 when that one happened. This one, 7:36 a.m., and 5 kilometers down for that 0.8. If we slip over and into the next ridge here, and that we see there's some more activity, 8:11 a.m., 6 kilometers down for that 1.2. And then we have this 0.7, which is 4 kilometers down, 8:20 a.m. There's another one here, not sure if that's from yesterday or today. Yeah, that is yesterday, 0.8, 6 kilometers down. Not going to worry about him so much. And then we've seen a couple more on the other side of the lake here. And this seems to be a little swarm, 3:11 a.m., 1.8, 7 kilometers down. We have this 0.9, 5 kilometers down, 2:17 a.m. There's a couple right there, 3:40 a.m. for that 0.8 and 9 kilometers down. And the other one right beside it would be, hey, Yvonne Kunkel is in the house, 9 kilometers down, 1.1 at 2:35 a.m. Then a couple more down here. 2:17 and 0.9, 6 kilometers down, and then we've got this 0.97 kilometers down at 2:15, and the really tiny one down at the bottom here, 0.5, and that looks like it was pretty close to the surface. So who knows what they're doing, but very interesting to see that swarming. And of course we had these about 3 days ago, so cool to see, and very, very interesting. Not seeing a heck of a lot elsewhere. We do still have the occasional ones out and about here. When we look at this one, this was at 5:29 a.m., 1 magnitude, and 5 kilometers down. He had a little friend out here too, 0.5, 7 kilometers down, 9:38. And again, this is probably somebody doing donuts, driving around, a 1.2, 5 kilometers down at 3:23 a.m. And I don't think it would have been Irish Monk. Irish Monk has apparently got some kind of cast on his foot. So he's using the walking stick to push his gas pedal down. And I think that might be a little dangerous. Mind you, you could just wedge that thing against the seat, keep it floored, and keep doing donuts. But I don't know if he's here to defend himself. Just thought that was funny, you guys. Okay, so that's kind of what we see. Not anything major or new. Went over to the other map just to try to verify what was going on. And it's about exactly what we've seen. We've seen that little swarm up there. We've seen these two. And when we zoom into this area, we've seen everything that was there. So nothing really out of line. We did not see these guys out here in the water, or this other one. We only had that 1.2. So not seeing any other ones though that are of concern. So I'm going to leave that be, and I think that looks pretty good for right now. With all these earthquakes going on, are there, okay, these are normal, or are these indicators something is new? JB, those are pretty much normal, okay? I'm going to zoom this map out. I don't know if this one shows it as well. Yeah, actually it's not bad. If we zoom out, no, I can't. We'll use the other one. Yeah, if I zoom out, you can kind of see a little bit more. You can see the ridge here. Okay, this is the Rikens Ridge. It goes right in, and it's the Rikens Peninsula. And then in here, the whole thing through, this is where the ridge comes out. This side here, this is the Eurasian plate. And this side here is the North American plate. And these things are splitting apart. So North American plate is headed towards Greenland, and Eurasian plate is headed towards Europe. And whenever that uplifts a little bit and the magma moves a bit, and we get a little bit of shaking and you know, in other parts of the planet, the whole plate is moving, so you got tectonic action allowing it to come apart a little bit more because it has less pressure on it. And then of course you got pressure from underneath from the magma and the gases that want to escape, and of course it's all driven, it's all about the gas wanting to get out, and of course that pushes things up and apart, and it's really kind of neat that way. So as far as the earthquake activity, a place like Iceland, you are always going to have earthquakes. It's when the earthquakes stop, that's when you get really nervous. Okay? That is really a time to get nervous. It's just like the San Andreas fault. If that slippage, those little quakes, which is just basically it grinding along, if that San Andreas fault doesn't have any earthquakes for 2 or 3 days, you can bet your booties that when that finally lets go, you're going to have a really, really big earthquake. So that's one of those things. You're always going to see those little ones. If you don't see them, there's trouble. Okay? Something is wrong. I start questioning things real quick and try to figure out, hey, what do we got happening? Anyway, let's pop around to some of the other volcanoes. And there is our view of Semeru. Unfortunately, it is 5:26 a.m. there. So we are in the dark, unfortunately. Not a heck of a lot we can see. If we go to the long-range shot real quick, it is in the dark as well. Mount Fuji getting a little bit of light on it, and because it is so tall, it's shining brightly with its snow cover. And of course I'm over to Aso-san, and Aso-san completely in the dark yet. So leaving it here for now. We're not going to worry about those guys. Let's take a quick look over at Taal. And there is Taal in the dark. I did look earlier, and let me get back on there, because you could see a lovely crescent moon at Taal. And if we go back to about here, about an hour ago, he started his stream. And there you can see that lovely crescent moon. and a few stars, and you can actually see the light reflecting off of the water in the lake and some of the lights around it. So looks pretty cool, and wasn't bad as far as the picture is concerned. But of course, it is in the middle of the night there, and we will, or well, it's in the early wee hours, is what it is. So we'll continue to watch this as it goes on, and we should be okay with that. Quick peek over at Yellowstone. Yep, Yellowstone is still there. We do still see steam coming from some of them. And yeah, water is flowing, trees are green, snow is melting, and yep, Yellowstone's there. I'm good with that, you guys. Oh, there's the beehive. Beehive vent, of course, is one of the what do they call them? Geysers. That's the word. Geysers. My God, I forgot that. What? Tolica in Nicaragua is erupting. It is a still cam. FYI, if you can find the feed. Oz, if you yeah, if you happen to have the still cam feed, email it to me. That would save a little bit of trouble, but if it is there and it is erupting, I would love to see it. Okay, I'm trying to got sidetracked here, trying to do other things. Not a problem. It's all good. We'll get things going. And yeah, I was going to show you Stromboli, but their cameras went offline, so I can't do that. But we will go over and carry on. We'll look at Hawaii later on. Actually, it's break time, you guys. I'm going to actually see where I can leave you here. I wonder what's a good view. There's Popocatépetl. Let me see if I can get onto that one and see. And it too is off-gassing continuously. So that is the other side in the dark. This is Fuego, and unfortunately Fuego, maybe I'll leave you on from earlier here for the break of Fuego, since it did do fairly well. And I will try to find myself some Pepsi and stuff. So 7:40 a.m. and I'll let that play because it was eruption after eruption from there. Anyway, good folks, I am going to take a break. So for all of you that are in here, please do hit that like button if you haven't done so as of yet. And that would really be appreciated if we can try to get the likes up as high as possible. Also, if you can share it out on other social media, that would really be greatly appreciated. Good places like Facebook or even your community tab and your own channel that you have. So all that, I'm going to go take that break. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, if you're enjoying it and you want to see more. And I will be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away, lots more to come. Okay, I better get that microphone back on here. I was looking for other wonderful volcanoes that Telica or whatever they call that in Nicaragua. I could not find that particular feed, although I did. Oz, thank you for the email. I did get your feed. I will have to go through that a little bit more to find out if that is all good. I did find a feed for that volcano, but I'm still going through the legalese of the website. We'll see if we can get that on before the end of the show, though. It does look like they don't have an issue with sending it out again, but we do have a relatively close-up image that we can have a look at, and we'll see what we can do to bring that to you shortly. So for right now, we will continue with what we're doing, though, and let's see, where have I left you? Let's go back to going around here. I've never seen these cameras at night in the Azores, so this is with the lights on. It looks a little spooky. That is down by one of the harbors. This is that cove that we were looking at, and of course these nighttime shots are going to be a whole bunch different than daytime shots. That is the other harbor there. And wow, that really lights up, and you can see one of the islands on the other side there, and I'm wondering if that is Pico Island over on the other side. So pretty cool views. Anyway, from the Azores, we will work on getting a few more of these things going. Do you think there is a similar activity in the Azores as La Palma prior to the eruption? It's Sharon P, that's kind of a hard one because it's a different style of system. La Palma is sitting on a hotspot, whereas the Azores are basically sitting on a rift zone, and that means that whole island, the length of the island, basically has multiple fissures on it that are running the length of the island, and those move apart, and it allows magma to start seeping upward, and it being a rift zone completely different. But as far as the activity of earthquakes prior to an eruption, if that's what you're asking, yeah, if we see a massive swarming of earthquakes, that's usually a pretty good indicator that there is something going on down below. We do have some other people in here. Phil, welcome. Glad to see you on board. Let's see, who else popped in? I did see Liz Markman-Moyler made it in. Welcome. Glad to have you on board. Sharon P, of course, here as well. Juliet is in the house. Good to see you, Juliet. Going up some more. Lawrence Protsev, I hope I pronounced that right, Lawrence. Welcome. Glad to have you on board. Lily R, good to see you. Thank you for popping in, and welcome to all those that I may have missed. Okay, while I was on break, I do see Tracy Bills is here. Oh, hey, wonderful. We're getting an Amber Alert on our phone devices. Boy, that's noisy. It lets you know that it's working, though. Laura Rennie, also here. Good to see you, Laura. Welcome. And let's see, did I miss anyone else? I see Karen is here as well. Good to see you, Karen. And hopefully I've got most of you in there. Mars 2028, what was that? That was an Amber Alert message, or some kind of an emergency alert. So forgive me for a second. What sounds like your Dr. Fox? What's that alert to? I'm going to read it and find out if it's World War III here in Edmonton, or what the heck it is. it says emergency alert, internet interprovincial amber alert issued by Alberta RCMP at March 26th, 2:39 p.m. This alert is in effect for Alberta. For complete information, go to, and of course they want you to go to their site and see that, and we'll find out what it was real quick, just because I'm curious. And what is that for? Okay. Looks like a child has gone missing. A 4-year-old child at 1 a.m. 11 a.m. 4-year-old child was gone from his home in Fort St. John's, BC. Okay, apparently was abducted from their home. Oh, okay, so somebody has abducted this child. Several of them. All right. Traveling with the mother, okay, in a Jeep headed to Alberta. All right, so yeah. Anyway, looks like somebody has issued an alert because of a child being abducted there. So, and it sounds like the mother is the one who has abducted the child, or children. Now, that's what it's all about, you guys. A divorced parent that doesn't have custody. Yep, it's unfortunate, but it happens, you guys. It does happen. And then they run, and, it is what it is. Check the cams. I will be, check the cams, Dr. Fox. Which cams are we checking? There's lots of cams. I could be checking forever. Okay. Moving on to volcanoes, you betcha. That's what we're looking for. And let's get back to it. Again, we are going through real quick here, and we will see if we see anything else happening at Popocatépetl as soon as we get there. And actually, it's Fuego first. Fuego seems to have gone quiet, I think. Let's see this thing changing. Yeah, Fuego's still in the dark. Popocatépetl is getting worse on the one side, and we see it billowing up steam on the other side. So that's kind of what we're seeing there. Moving on, there is, I do believe, Merapi. Wow, that is not a very cool picture. And yeah, that's in the dark, and it definitely is Merapi. If we go back about 7 hours, we can see what it was doing, and a lot of cloud around it. And I don't know exactly when they switched to a single view, but there were some of these wonderful eruptions in between there, like this particular one, where we did see some lava actually flowing down the hill, which is pretty awesome. And speaking of looking at some lava, we can do that shortly. Paul Zilla, keep smiling. I'll be back. Help my lover. Oh yeah, okay, you better go help. She needs to help, or maybe she's helping you. It's all good, Paul Zilla. Take your time. Family comes first, buddy. And that is it. So anyway, a lovely view of the material heading down the hill. And of course, this was at just about 8 p.m. or sorry, 10 p.m. No, 8 p.m. No, 10 p.m. There we go. They went full screen on it. So that was kind of a nice lava flow that we could actually watch. Don't just love the names. Yeah, don't you? Yeah, some of them are just wonderful. Hey, CVET69, welcome. Glad to have you on board. It is EV Stardust. I'm very fond of Merapi. Merapi is such a wonderful thing. And Merapi's throwing out a lot of lava. There's some more. We like it. Ooey gooey lava. It is actually a pretty nice looking volcano, and it seems to be erupting on a regular basis. It is pretty awesome to see that. Miss Honeybee. Miss Honeybee, please don't use all capital letters, okay? Just normal writing in here. We don't do caps. But thank you and welcome. Glad to have you on board. And let's see. Whoa has a second. What? Who was second? No. Who was first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third. Yeah, no worries, Miss Honeybee. You know, when certain places have certain kind of rules, we're just kind of down to earth here. So, but welcome anyway. We don't mind having you. It's just all good. All right. Liz Markman Moyler, keep smiling. And let's see what else we got here. That was a lavally view, and I like watching that lava flow down that mountain. Very neat. They did switch back very shortly thereafter back to the multi-view, but I don't know if they tried switching again. We had a bunch of the cameras go off, so they did end up going into a thermal view, as you can see there when I'm running the mouse across. And we'll look at that one for a second, and let's see. I don't think there were any major other eruptions happening, so we'll take a look. And then it was in the clouds again for a long time, so we'll see that. So yeah, I guess I can move it ahead here a little bit, and I just want to get to this one right there. And okay, got a quick email I got to peek at here. Okay, got your email, Piggy. Thank you. Anyway, watching Merapi kick out a little bit more of that wonderful lava is pretty nice to see, and is all good. Wow. Yeah, we'll let that roll down the hill some more. You notice though, in the color image on the top left, of course, you don't see as much lava, and the bottom left one, of course, being infrared, it really does light up a whole bunch there, because it's basically heat-based. Hey, Geoplanet Jane, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And let's see what else we got cooking here. Just, I don't know if we got any other good shots here. I was trying to just look in here to see if they switched it back, but I don't think they did. I'm just looking at the time too. I think we'll leave it be there for now. We do see that it is continuing. We do see that it has or appears to be a lenticular cloud at the top, which I'm always fascinated with, and nice to see that. But let's carry on to other stuff, and of course that is Semeru. Semeru looks like it's being quiet, and these are older pictures of Semeru. Why is that? Let me see if I can update that a little bit. Well, no, I can't update it. That's what they're showing. So their cameras were frozen. Unfortunately, it's either that or they got the wrong times. So I'm not going to see a good view of Simaru. What's on this one? That is offline. Actually, while we're there, let me just click on there and see. And yeah, says stream is offline. So that's all we're seeing on that one. And I will see maybe during the break if I can't revise that and have a look and see what's going on. Hopefully we can get something out of Simaru. And let's see, where else can we take you? Oh, we'll take you for a lava interlude. How about that? You guys like lava, don't you? I think lava is nice. And we want to look at lava. I mean, who doesn't want a little bit of lava? Okay, how about fire and lava? Would you be okay with fire and lava? I see everybody's jumping up and down saying, yeah, let's see fire and lava. Oh, come on, you guys. There we go. Here's some fire and lava for you. This was from May 20th, 2018 in Hawaii. And this is just a little blurb of fire and lava for you. And what? Yes, we need lava. And that was it. Next ones though are going to be better, and you'll like this one. These are just short ones, but this is pretty cool. May 19th, Fisher 8, and there's some lava. If you like lava, just run up there and grab a bucket full, and away you go. You should be all right. Good night, Yvonne. If you're going to bed, sleep well and take care. And we'll show one more lava interlude here before we get into doing our break. Again, this is from the 19th of May 2018. And if you look in the background, you can see some of the sources of the lava. And this is the flow, how it went down and through some of the valleys there. So can we swim in the lava? JB, you better be wearing that hot suit, otherwise you ain't going to be swimming anywhere. Anyway, they did have some other stuff in here as well. This was that big caldera, and now we're only looking at the little caldera, right? But this is what the bigger one looked like. So pretty awesome. And one more lava video, and then we will do our thing. Asbestos suit, yeah, well, you need a multi-layered asbestos suit. Just to say, maybe a whole bunch of it. Anyhow, pretty awesome looking no matter what. And yeah, no smoking. There's too much smoke there already, and that looks pretty neat. That's a lot of lava underneath all that black. Just think of what that is actually doing. And then we'll show this next one, and then I'm going to take a break. This is April 25th 2018, and this does show some lavally goodness floating around in the crater there. So look at that, ooey gooey, wonderful lava. And hopefully that helps out with your lava need for today. So just because we can't see fresh brand new lava anywhere, at least we got some old stuff we can look at. And this is pretty awesome. I do like that. It kind of reminds me of liquid silver on top there. It's actually slag is what we'd call it in the industry if we were cooking metals or something. But looks pretty neat, man. Extra bacon. Yeah, it is definitely extra bacon. Anyway, let us just pop around. I will get back to those afterwards in Alaska. They're not the greatest. We still haven't looked. I want to see if I can get Or, oh yeah, sure. Offline. Yeah. I was going to say, let's see if we can get Stromboli on there, but no, I can't do that. Let us put you back over here. I'm going to get ready for a break. And Trev T, hot suit, does that mean you have a mankini? A mankini? That's punny. That's punny, Trev. Okay, I still don't think I'd be jumping in there in a mankini either. All right. uh, anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Oh, hang on. Maybe we can show Stromboli real quick. Oop, I got to click on the right one though. There it is. Kind of, sort of. Oh, hang on. It was there. There it is. It's cooking. We can see spurts coming out of Stromboli. Yay! All right. But I won't leave it here because I'm sure this camera is going to cut out. Mind you, I can for now, and we can just kind of watch it. And if I see it going away during the break, I'll fix it. All right. For those good people that are here, if you are enjoying the show so far, please do hit that like button. Let's see if we can't get it over 100 real quick. We've only got about 15 to go there, and hopefully there's enough in here that we can make that happen with. Anyway, for those wonderful people who are new to the channel and new to the stream, if you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider hitting that if you feel we've earned that. Don't forget to hit the bell notification while you're there. And if you do want to become a member, you can take a look down below. Right beside that subscription button, there's also a join button. It's $2.99 a month if you want to help out and support the channel. If there's the join link on the screen in the chat there as well. So either or, if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to do it. Nobody is obligated to, of course. And if you're in here, you're still part of our wonderful lava family. So I do understand it's not within some people's means. So we treat everyone as a part of the family regardless. On that friendly note, I am going to go on a break. When I come back from my break, we will have a look at our bacon seeds. And then we will go from there. We'll explore Hawaii a little bit more and see what happens. Dr. Fox, Rocky is coming. Eek. Rocky? Oh, Bullwinkle. Anyway, did you all hear one of the Antarctic ice shelves collapsed yesterday? Ooh, I did not hear that. That should have left some earthquakes down there. We'll have to take a look, Jane, and see if there was some earthquakes. We'll put that on our agenda when we go looking. All right. Dr. Fox found my bloodhound. Okay, good. I'm going to go for a break, you guys. We're only 6 away from that 100 mark, so if you haven't hit that like yet, let's see what we can do. I will be back in 5 minutes. I'm your host, DrFox2000, in a very snowy Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. By the way, we did get about 10 centimeters of snow last night, 4 to 5 inches, which was not really required. And, you know, it is March 25th, 26th is when it was falling. It's supposed to be spring, not reverting back to winter. But that's what you get here. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Keep smiling with bacon seeds. Okay, I've got the microphone back on and glad to have you all on board. Almost at 100 likes. Wow, 99 on mine. That is awesome to see. And thank you all for being here and doing our thing. Gura, thank you and welcome. Let's see, thanks Piggy for the welcome back. And 100 on mine. 101 on mine now. And I hear you. Thanks, Sharon Stewart. You're what? Arion. All right, cool. And thank you guys. 102 now? Yep. Going up. We see, I still see 101 here. But that's fine. I'm happy. It is wonderful. So, glad to have that, and as promised, we will get right to our bacon seeds. So let us get over there and switch, and we will make that happen. By the way, Trev, if you're listening, I have it loaded, but you know, you do realize this is very incriminating. So... Oh, hang on, that was yesterday's heart little pointer bacon seed. We will carry on from there, and oh, hang on, that's not a bacon seed. This is a bacon seed. There we go. A matter of fact, these are 4 little bacon seeds talking to their mama, and that is pretty awesome. Definitely little guys. They are definitely little cuties. Okay, carrying on. And yeah, Mama Pig making sure all 4 are okay. And one just doesn't want to cooperate, is not listening. Okay, next little bacon seeds. And here they are. This is the bacon seed obstacle course. And as you can see, it looks like it's a head-to-head race here between the brown one and that pinky one. I don't know who's going to get to the finish line first, but it looks like a good race. Anyway, gotta love it. Cross-country pigs, you betcha. And here's another wonderful shot. And this is a funny-looking mama pig with some little... This almost looks like wild boar. But love the little coloring on those guys. Really, really neat. And when they lay down in the grass, you can barely see them. Really, really cool. Anyway, yeah, feral. Is that what they call them? Feral pigs? Wild pigs. I call them wild. And pretty awesome. And of course, to end our bacon seeds for today, cuteness counts. And this is as cute as it gets. Okay, a couple little guys, and these are not feral. These are definitely wonderful little piglets, and love to see that little fuzzy cuteness that we see. And here comes the other photo I'm supposed to throw up here, according to Trev, but like I said, it is a little bit incriminating. And I don't know how he gets this information, but I wish he would stop that. Holy mackerel. I don't know how he realizes what's going on out there. And trust me, it took a long time to get the bulldozer to plow that road over all that ice. And it's tough to get going there, but just because we're delivering lava doesn't mean anything, all right? We already know where the lava is coming from. We won't mention Kilauea. So, it's all in fun, you guys. All in fun. Anyway, I'm going to leave it back on that last 2 bacon seeds so I don't have to look at this incriminating thing. Not drilling for earthquakes? No, we're drilling holes to inject lava from the tanker truck. That's actually what we're doing. We're delivering lava, trying to melt some of that snow and get things going. Because we like to see a big boom. And it is pretty awesome. All right, let's get around the world a little bit more, see if we got a little bit more light in a few of these places. And let's pop over back to Japan and see what is happening there. And I do know that Sakurajima is getting out of the clouds. We'll see it shortly on the screen here. And there it is. So definitely in the clouds yet, up in the top end. But down lower you can see it. Let's take a look at the long range shot. There's our longer range shot. You can see quite well that it is still hiding up there. We can't see if there's anything erupting. Looks like our ship is in the harbor. And we don't want to miss that when we're leaving. And of course, looks a little bit better out at Mount Fuji as well. As the sunshine is starting to get to it, I can actually improve that a little bit and move that back to their little sharper image. And let us go to our very foggy, very cloudy Aso-san. So that's A-S-O-S-A-N, Aso-san. And Fuji-san. Yes, it was Fuji-san. Now we're at Aso-san. And that looks pretty awesome. Okay, yeah, like it, but it's not doing a heck of a lot. Let's go back into the Philippines, and we can see a coloring up on the horizon. It does look like we are starting to see something as far as the sun coming up there, but I am a little curious. It almost looks like there are lights in the volcano, or is that just me? I'm looking at it on the screen here. It looks like there's spots in the very light spots in the volcano. I have to go to a different screen here and just double check that. I wonder if there's somebody over there, or is that just specks on my screen? That might be specks on my screen. Hang on, can I wipe them away? Yep, I wiped them away. It was specks on my screen. Dust, I tell ya, it gets on there. Crater to the left, Dr. Fox. No, the crater is right in the middle. And if you want, I can get my whiteboard to work on there. Copy, remove, paste, and we'll draw a circle around where the crater is, if that is working. So the crater is about in there. And that should be a pretty good indicator. That's where it is, and we'll check back. We do see a little bit of steam rising up, or smoke up there, but we'll have a look at in a little while once it gets a little lighter there. That'll be awesome. Sneeze dots, flash, what? Flashlights. Oh, flashlights and dust spots. Those are always bad. Flashlights and dust spots. Flicks crayons. Uh-oh. Anyway, let us take a look and see what else we can find volcano-wise. We know our Azores is getting into the dark. Yeah, definitely into the dark. And hopefully that will be okay. And when we see those, yeah, definitely doing its thing. And can't tell too much. Anyhow, that is those guys. Going back, Popocatépetl still continuing to steam off the way it was. And I wanted to go to Hawaii. Let's go to Hawaii. I like Hawaii. That's not the screen I wanted though. And let us go to this screen instead. What do you think? That one's a better screen. I think that's an awesome looking picture, you guys. 5:56 a.m. and beautiful shot of what we see there with a lot of lava. And that is a pretty nice picture. So looked awesome. I'm going to refresh that one now. Yeah, it looks like scribbles. It does. A whole bunch of them, and really neat. It a giant bunny? Could be. Somewhere in there. Definitely a whole bunch of different shapes. Let's refresh it and see what we got there. And that's what it looks like in the daylight. And as you can see, the levels are still very, very high. This is overflown. And that is pretty awesome to see. We see this is right up to the rim and a little bit coming out. So this hornado, of course, it keeps on rising and dropping as far as the level in here, building up the walls. So it's going to be interesting to see if that thing gets a little taller. It looks like this guy broke off a little bit on the side. It may have gotten a burst of lava up through it and broke out a chunk. And that is very possible. I also notice a flow of lava right here, which is kind of neat to see. Let us have a look at the next picture. And I thought this was a very, very nice picture. You see how much lava has flowed out. And remember our toe hole here? Boy, it's gone well beyond that. And it is really, really flown out and given up some nice shapes. I'm very late, but I I gave a note. I gave it to Piggy. Oh, you gave the okay, Linda. That's okay. As long as you got a note to Piggy, she'll be okay. Anyway, that is what it looked like at 6 a.m. this morning. And that is a pretty awesome looking shot, if you ask me. We will take a look at it right now, and that is as soon as it refreshes, and we'll have a look and see what it looks like. Nowhere near as impressive, but that is to be figured, considering that nice shot. But you can see that new fresh lava a lot lighter in color than the darker old stuff, and it definitely is noticeable there. So pretty awesome to see that. Let's move to the other side. This is what it looked like a little closer up, and again that toe hole is right about here, and it is completely filled. I was going to say it's really socked full of get it? Toe hole socked full of lava. Okay, never mind. Bad humor. Anyway, love the way the lines are, the flow lines and everything. It looks really, really cool. Gonna refresh that, and that is what it looks like right now. So I think our toe hole is done. It used to be right there. As you can see, it's still hot lava flowing here all the way through, so pretty awesome. And you can definitely tell where the flow area was. Having seen all that, let's throw it on the thermal and take a look. And there, wow, that is the lava lake as it has been produced up to 6 a.m. roughly. And if we refresh it now to see what it looks like, really not much different. It's still continuing to look the way it did. A lot of fresh lava pouring in there, and we do see some hotter spots now starting to show up on the other side here as well. So there's likely flow underneath finally getting there. Pretty awesome, you guys. That is really, really cool. Okay, so if we go to our earthquake map, I'm going to refresh that one first off here, and then we will set it. I haven't refreshed it here for a day, so we want to do that. No, we don't want that. I want settings. That's what I want. All right, and we want to put it on world imagery. That's what we set it to. And first thing I notice is this a 3.1 earthquake right there, happened at 14:10, and it was a 4.9 miles down. That'd be about 8 kilometers roughly, and that is a sizable quake, and would let you know that there is possibly something going on. Anyway, looking at this, if we zoom out, we can see the entirety of the Hawaiian Islands. Well, let's zoom out one more. There we go. So that's our Hawaiian island chain in the Pacific. Honolulu here, Maui Me's home on Maui here, and of course this is our wonderful big island of Hawaii. And we'll zoom into that. Over there is Hilo, its biggest city. And of course what we see here is the cluster or hotspot of activity of earthquakes, and it is continuing to do its thing. Newest one here showing a 2 magnitude, 19.3 miles down. That is about 31 kilometers according to them, and we have a whole bunch more. We're not going to go through all of them because that would take forever. Like seeing that though. We do have a couple of newer earthquakes here. This one was yesterday, 1303, 0.2 of a mile down, a 2.1. So something in there has changed, and that's all right to be able to look at that. And if we zoom in a little bit more, and we want to get that picture, very little snow left. We do still see some white on the sides, but not a heck of a lot left on the ground. You got to remember, this is up at a very high elevation, you guys. So the snow is not going to melt really quickly. And let's zoom out. So that is Mauna Loa, and we'll zoom out and we'll go over to Mauna Kea, or not Mauna Kea, Kilauea. How about that? We'll do that. We'll go to Volcano. There it is. Is that what they actually call that? Is there a town called Volcano there? And see how close these people live to the volcano? Wow. Awful close. Anyway, there is the crater, and if we zoom in a little bit more, you get to see more. And I see this road. You could go real fast right into it. Down on the bottom. This one you'd have to curve a little bit before you could get in there, but definitely have to watch out where you're driving. That looks pretty awesome. Of course, over here is the actual observatory, if you want to call it that. And they do have some cameras set up there, so you guys can always go have a look at those cams. And the other devices, of course, you got gas metering, GPS, tilt meters, and you've got seismometers there as well. So those are for your perusal. If you want to see some of the other areas, there are cameras located in some of the other ones that you can get to. And again, that's where that earthquake is. That one was 4.9 miles, or about, like I said, about 8 kilometers down, 3.14. So 14:10 was the local time for it, and that shows you pretty much where it was located, right in the middle of stuff. And I'm not sure if that's an indicator of anything, that we're going to have any more fissures opening up over there, but you never know. You never know, and it is interesting. So, hey, while we're here, let us take a look at something, and I don't know, we'll just look and see what this one was. This was some kind of a 3D model, and they went and zoomed in on it. Oh, that shows you how deep it is. So this is Kilauea from a slightly different angle, and I thought that was kind of neat. And this, of course, was from 2018, March 21st, 2018. So pretty awesome to see that. and you see how deep it is. You can put a lot of lava in there, you guys. So just thought I'd share that one with you, and then we had a couple more good ones coming up here, and we'll do those real quick before break time. This was just a flyby, but I'm not sure which crater this actually is. If that's actually Kilauea, I don't think it is, but that could be. It looks pretty deep. I wouldn't want to jump in there. I don't think you'd get out. Um, I don't think I'd want to crash my helicopter in there either. Uh, that would be pretty nasty. Um, Definitely a deep hole, you guys. So don't jump in. You'll never get out. So that's what happens if you jump in, and you won't get back out of there. Anyway, this was Fissure 16 eruption, and that was May 12th, 2018. So you see some more lava. You could just run right up there and grab a bucket if you like, and that is pretty cool. And I'm not even sure what this one is of. Lower East Drift. Oh, okay. They're showing a little bit more of that East Drift back in May 13th, 2018. And this is where, yeah, we've seen some of this before. Well, I have. But it's neat to see some of these things popping. And that is pretty cool as far as I'm concerned. All right. And there you see a lot of the fissure, literally a whole row of lava just boiling out of the ground, and that is pretty awesome to see that. Okay, so that is pretty much what we've got on the agenda. I'm going to park those for now, and we're going to switch over to Yellowstone. And while I go on my break, I'm not sure if the geyser just started or if it's just finished, but it is pointing at Old Faithful with the camera, and that would be pretty cool if it went off right about now. So anyway, for those good people that are here, if you are enjoying and liking what you're seeing, please do hit that like button. We're trying to hit 150 likes. Hopefully we'll get there today. Yesterday we certainly did, and I was very, very happy with that. And for all of those who have joined us here today, if you are enjoying the show, if you have not yet subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button if you feel we've earned it. And don't forget to hit that bell notification while you're there. On that friendly note, I am your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I am going to take a 5-minute break. We'll let the Old Faithful talk while I'm doing my thing. Actually, it doesn't say anything, it just gushes. Anyway, keep watching, and I will be back in 5 minutes. Keep smiling, everyone, and thank you. Awesome. I'll be back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have the microphone back on, and welcome back to all of you. Glad to have you on board. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you are watching the Volcano Eruption live stream. And wonderful to have you all here and the lovely lava family. And glad to see everybody is on board. Okay, guys, me and the family are going to have fun on the beach. You all take care of yourselves and others. Thanks, Arizona, Snowman, Piggy, oink, Dr. Fox, oink, be safe. Okay, Paulzilla, go to the beach and make sure it's not windy because it's like a sandblaster out there if you're in the wrong spot. And be good anyway, have fun. Let's see, try Mount Washburn. No, don't want to climb Mount Washburn, too steep. All right. Anyway, they are hunting things with the wonderful camera there at Yellowstone. I'm not sure what the heck is going on, but that is all okay. I did want to take another quick peek, see what ASO is doing. ASO, Asan, and since it's still in the clouds, and we also want to have a look at Taal, and Taal is at sunrise right now. Very pretty picture, so as soon as the screen changes, you will enjoy that. And I am taking a screenshot as I speak, so that is a very, very beautiful picture, and hope you guys will enjoy that. So beautiful to see, and thank you, Peggy. I appreciate that. Clayton Troutman, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Not sure if you're taking off or just getting here, but welcome, and bye if you're leaving. Anyway, it is a wonderful scene, a beautiful morning there, and I'm glad we're not seeing another eruption happening right now. Well, at least for their sake. I was thinking that what may happen if this thing does move up another notch on the activity level, if they do start to evacuate, we will lose these two cameras from both Taal Meditation and Miss Rutsa, because of where they're located, and they are within that 2 to, I guess it's 5 kilometer circle or whatever that they put down. I think it was 2 miles or 3.5, 4 kilometers, something like that, of the zone that they wanted to set up. So I'm not sure what's going on, or if they've taken the status back down from this, but it is cool nonetheless. Now, I do want to get back to doing something over in Hawaii for a second, and I kind of have a reason for showing you guys these ones in Hawaii, and I kind of want to prepare you for what may happen out there at Aseo George, because it is a rift zone. Oh, by the way, this is just for fun, this one. Watch. Poof. That was Paulzilla throwing something down there. I don't know what Paulzilla threw down there, but it blew up. Anyway, this was one of the fissures, and you seen that material fly up when it shot up. It was pretty awesome to see. Just thought I'd throw that one in there in the mix since they had it in there. And I love these videos. Yeah, they are awesome. And of course, USGS, this particular one, Fisher 17th, May 18th of 2018, and that is a beautiful sparkle show, and you gotta love it, guys. And no shortage of lava goodness on this. Yeah, Kate, I wouldn't want to be that poor monkey or lava worker. That is a little too close for comfort. And That was the East Drift Zone, May 18th, 2018. All right, so next one we had Fisher 17, and this was with a telephoto lens, and they were looking at the splattering. So I wanted to make sure you had enough lava today, and this is vitally important you observe this because this kind of lava is what's going to happen out there on Seo George, and I think it's the next one that really gets into what I want to show here, if that's the one, because it showed the whole big long rift. Yeah, I think this is it. Anyway, this is the type of eruption that you will likely see on Seo George, where we have a rift or an extended eruption zone. It's not going to necessarily be confined to just a single caldera at first. It could be, depending on where it starts. If it starts within an old volcano, then definitely. But these rift zones, because that island is splitting apart, they're going to be longer style eruptions as far as physical length of these things. So that's pretty cool, pretty awesome to be able to see that. And again, it's going to be longer areas, so we're going to have multiple spots that are going to light up, very similar to what happened in Hawaii. So that is a very big possibility. So that is what it is. Lava workers working overtime. Yep, probably back then. That was May 19th, 2018. So pretty cool. I don't know what this next one was. Yeah, we'll show it too. Blue burning methane gas. There, you got some methane burning, and that's pretty cool. Blue. Love it. And you see all kinds of other stuff on fire there as well. And I think we will leave it there as far as our Hawaii stuff for now. But that would be a good indicator, though, of what could happen there at Seo George, out in the Azores, when we end up with a very long rift type eruption. And speaking of that, let's go over to some earthquake maps here. One of the things I did want to see with that big sulfuric, no, that was methane in there, Jane, methane gas blowing off, or burning off, I should say. Let me get on this, and while I'm talking to you, Jane, whereabouts in Antarctica, or do you know where it actually dropped off? We're not seeing any USGS earthquakes. USGS did not report anything down there breaking off in the last week. So we may be able to find that on the other one, though. And of course, I was zoomed into St. George, or Seo George here. But I can zoom out very easily, and we can go down to Antarctica and take a look and see if we can see any earthquakes down there that were measured, if there was any, and we're not seeing any. So I'm kind of wondering, East Antarctica, okay, and they're not showing any major quakes or anything that mind you, they don't have that many sensors. I know they've got sensors around Murdo and those places, but not every place there has sensors. So it's okay if we didn't see it for now. I'm not going to worry about it. Is it possible the volcano in Azores could explode instead of releasing lava? The likelihood of Mars 2028, the likelihood of it actually blowing really, really hard, a big, massive eruption is, in my opinion, is not something that's going to happen. I mean, we may have some explosions, but nothing that is going to be catastrophic in the sense of we're not going to see a hunga tunga hunga hapai type explosion. By the way, Diane Craig, welcome, and Diane Galaxy also here, and Lisa P. Frenton also welcome. Joao, welcome as well. Good to have you on board. And I think we got most of you. But yeah, for the purposes of what's going on as far as in São George, we see the length of the island, and of course the rift zones are all running the length of the island. And actually in this area they've marked out now that there's actually 3 primary rifts right in this area, that there's 2 on land and 1 just right at the edge here. So it's kind of interesting to see where it could happen. So yeah, these earthquakes right in the vicinity of the rift zones, so definitely I could have some effect of what's going on there. And of course we do know that there's a population here. You can see the harbor, you can see that indent there. And this is their airport. The previous eruptions had flown down in here, apparently, older ones, and here as well. So it is possible that we could see something here, or all the way along here, depending on how bad it is, from somewhere around here all the way to somewhere around here, and it could all open up at once. You never know how bad it will be. So I'm not trying to make it sound like it's a doomsday event, but at this point in time, we don't know what could actually happen. There have been 12,700 earthquakes since last Saturday. Joao, that is an incredible amount of earthquakes, and definitely something could be happening there. That definitely would be really, really cool. I was a finalist for a job of a winter managing South Pole Station once upon a time. What? Yeah. Jane, that would be cold. I really wanted that job. I don't think I would want that job. Jane, I live in Canada. You can't convince me that it's nicer down there in Antarctica. Oh boy. Dr. Fox, it's a small island with big rifts, so it seems possible seawater could get into the volcano and cause some explosions, phreatic style explosions, depending on where the rift opens up. And that is the big thing, Mars 2028. If you have that one over here on the edge, that is underwater already, if that one happens to open, yeah, you're going to see some big booms out in the water, and you're going to have some problems. Because that, depending on the physical size of it, it could happen very quickly. And in that case, you could get a style of blast similar to Hunga Tunga Hunga Ha'apai. So, and again, I'm not trying to be a fearmonger, but looking at all the scenarios that are possible, the other scenario, of course, is that this thing completely subsides and goes away. So those things could happen, right? And there's not a heck of a lot that we can do about it. So we're going to take a look and keep an eye on this. And like I said before, that's why we've added the Azor cameras to it. And of course, the lights in the foreground are supposed to be the island we're on here, which is St. George, and the one across the way is supposed to be Pico Island. The ones you can see that row of lights near the top of the screen there. So that's kind of what we're looking at, and hopefully we'll be able to see something. I know they have other cameras there, and we're still going to work on that. There's that cove, and then the other one, of course, is the harbor area, which is blinding. So we can't see a heck of a lot. This is a harbor as well, down on the bottom here, and it's really well lit, so if they have ships coming in, they can see where they're going. But anyway, getting back to the maps, that is something that is interesting, and we'll have to see what happens here if we do see the actual thing opening up, like that rift zone. Where's my map? There it is. So yeah, if we see along this path. So again, I'm thinking this would be the circle of work, and we'll see what happens in the future. And as I mentioned, this could completely go away, or this could get really, really bad. So it's way too early to tell what is happening there, but we do know that we have a lot of activity going on, so something is happening. Anyway, looking at that, let's go have a look at some other earthquakes. I did have this guy pulled up, and I just wanted to actually, I can probably refresh this real quick. This is out here at the Canary Islands, which are not all that far away from our wonderful Azores, but when we zoom in here, we do see quite a few earthquakes. Now, I did do some counting, and so 3 days ago we had 29 2+ magnitude earthquakes. Then the day before yesterday, 2 days ago basically, we had 29, and then we had 12, and then today again we only had, I think it was 6. So as far as the ones that are above 2.0, so when we're looking at those, the numbers of the quakes that we've seen there, they seem to be diminishing again. Definitely going to keep an eye on it though, because that is interesting. If we see another uptick, that could indicate that we do have more magma movement, and that is very interesting. And again, I don't know if this is in any way, shape, or form related to the Azores. I doubt very much, because when we go north to the Azores, which we can't do on this particular map, but when we look at it here from the Canaries here, and then we go up to the Azores here, completely different area. So this is still part of the African plate, and then that's the Eurasian plate, and then the North American plate, and this happens to be just about at the center of the junction. So again, if we zoom in like that, you can kind of see, and this is Pico Island, and this is St. George. So again, this is the area that we'll see something happen, and if it does happen, again, it could be way out, but that's what they're looking at. So fissures along there, or the faults, so we definitely could see that. Anyway, let's see what else we got. Earthquake map, or no, volcano map, that's what we're looking at. And I did have it zoomed in over there, but let us start here. I'm going to zoom back out. We're just going to do a quick scan. I'm going to run out of time here. So anyway, Astja and Ragnar doing their thing. Of course, here is St. George listed as unrest, and as of March 26th, okay, is what their last update is. So earthquake swarm since since the 19th. So that's what they're reporting there, which is pretty neat. La Palma, and showing here last updated December 25th, and eruptive episode ended after almost 3 months. So pretty cool, and we don't see too much more happening there, which is all right, and let those good people get back to their lives. Looking here, nothing has changed or popped up here in North America yet. I don't see any volcano cones put on here, so we're still okay. Central America and South America are still doing their thing, and definitely has some wonderful stuff here now. Of course, that one in Nicaragua, that's, I want to zoom in there just for a second or two, and that, not the Messiah, but this other one, the Telica, is showing here minor activity or eruption warning. So we're going to see if we can get the feed for this one. I have to find out and read the legalese first for the website here, just to make sure I'm not treading on somebody's toes. I can't afford to have a strike against me. So because we already have those two pending, and it is very careful that we have to be. All right, so there is the other ones in Guatemala, Fuego, of course, being right there, and he's got a Pacacay volcano, if I said it right. So those are there. I see they took one of the ones off here in Colombia, so Navedo del La Ruz, or Del Ruz, is still on there as a minor activity, but the other one has disappeared, so that is all good. Still have our other ones here, Sangay and Reventador, still doing their thing. Wolf Volcano out here on the island, the Galapagos Islands, still there, still active. As we go down this wonderful Sabancaya, this guy is erupting. I was looking for live feeds on him. I don't see anything, but maybe I will find something somewhere along the way. Or even if it's just still pictures, I'm still happy with that, but I'd like to see it. I'm not sure how big that guy is. We'll take a look in the future, though, and try to get you more information. Looking at this, there are some quakes out here. This, of course, is Hunga Tonga, and you've got Tofua right there, and of course here White Island and Ruapehu, if I said it right. Those are the two Australian ones, and Ruapehu was the recent addition. So hopefully that is not going to go off and cause anyone any problems in the near future. And just screaming across here real quick, I am looking at the time here, so the Azores, oh, okay, sent me another thing there. I will look at that soon. Thanks, Aurelio. And anyway, looking here, to all been moved from a yellow to an orange, and that is to be expected since it erupted yesterday. Krakatoa still at an orange again today. Merapi and Semeru still red, and this guy here below Tuluk and is still red, so doing its thing. Yasur, the old volcano, still erupting. And of course we have our Etna, and of course Volcano and Stromboli and Campi over here in Italy. So those are still doing their things. RTVE, the gas pit, still going strong. And we see old, what is it, Duino is back on the map. It was gone, and they had put it to yellow, and then it disappeared, and now it is back. So it must be erupting again, which that one is quite unique because it's what's called cold lava that comes out of there. That cold lava is actually between 500 and 600 degrees Celsius. So it's not that cold, but it is the coldest lava that comes out of volcanoes, and it is black in color. And we did have a look at that before. And of course, we have the DR Congo one there doing its thing. So that's kind of what we're seeing there. And volcanic activity around the world is holding pretty steady. I'm not sure what the official word is here. 48 active volcanoes were in continuous or continuing to eruption status as of March 17th. This, of course, is from the Smithsonian Institute. And so 48 volcanoes around the world are doing their thing. They are not counting submariners in here, apparently. So, or at least I don't think they are, from what I was trying to read there the other day. So that is what we've got, and that looks pretty cool. Quick pop over just to have a brief look at weather and SO2 around the world, see if that has changed any, and how much it has changed. Let's do SO2 really quickly. And yeah, down here you look, and this is our friend down in boy oh boy, what's that volcano called again? I already forgot. Anyway, that's from the volcano, and we want to see if we can what is it, Sabancaya. We'll see what we can find, because with all that off-gassing, it's got to be erupting pretty good. Anyway, a little bit more activity here, Mexico City, and then we, of course, see the extra plumage here, and that is because we were noticing Popocatépetl has been dumping a lot of material out in the last day or two. Zipping in here, we want to take a look, and of course this cloud here probably generated by this guy right here, Taal volcano, and that would be what that's from. We see this area just above Jakarta is still showing a lot more red today. That's because Krakatoa has been active, Merapi is active, and Semeru is active. So that's what's giving us our SO2 in that region, and that looks pretty good. We see our Congo one still doing its thing. Not as much material out here, and of course Mount Etna is right here, and then you got Volcano, and you got Stromboli, and between those three, that's all they're producing, so they're not throwing a lot of gas off of there. Let's go over to the actual weather map. This is from 12 noon. I am going to refresh that though, because we want to get a little bit more accurate. 4 hours later would be a little easier. First thing I want to do is look for the coldest spot on the planet, and minus, what do we got? Minus 63 Celsius, 64. All right, so yeah, don't complain if you're cold. It's minus 64 Celsius down there. Brr. All right, looking at what we've got, let's start in Europe. Actually, let's start in Iceland. We'll go there. Look at Iceland. Looks not bad. A lot of wind going across it, and we are seeing temperatures from 4 to about 8 degrees Celsius throughout. A little colder maybe in some spots. Precipitation, real quick, just to see. Ooh, not good, not good. That's why our visibility was so poor. And you can see that cloud just moving in there, and you see snow in the other areas. So that's kind of what we're seeing. And let's put it back on temperature, a little bit more friendly looking that way. Seeing Europe is not so bad. Spain a little bit cooler than it should be, but we're probably going to see them warm up pretty quick. We do have some nice temperatures in France and Germany and those areas. Down in Sicily, I hope they're warming up. If the snow is melting, it's going to be warmer there. They probably got temperatures equal to what England and Ireland have right now. And that is all cool. Quick check at Piggy's house, just so she can see where the wind is coming from, and her next weather storm. And my God, it looks like 14, 15 degrees out in Kos. That is nice, Piggy. So, okay, looking at that, let's zip around North America. Holy mackerel, look at all that heat. Texas. It's t-shirt weather in Texas, for sure. And even Arizona and most of California and Nevada. The summer moved in. Yeah. It is at the moment loving it. Okay, Piggy, right on. Oh, is it erupting right now? I wasn't aware that it was erupting, but no, it's just off-gassing a little bit. But we're gonna, I don't see any, that's just normal off-gassing. That's what it does, Suhei. So, yeah, I don't think it's erupting. It's just throwing off some steam. It was doing that last night as well. This is what it normally does. And I'm surprised it didn't blow up yet. But we'll take another look. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the weather map here. And, yep, SO2 emissions, yep, way high. Anyway, looking down South America, we see Brazil in those areas. Rainforest is nice and hot, doing its thing. Seeing equatorial zone, a lot of heat, beautiful to see. Australia has cooled off a little bit, which is probably nice for them. And we do see a lot of heat though in the northern areas. So places like in Jakarta, 28 degrees, you know, very, very warm. So that's the kind of weather that we've got down there. Same thing within the Philippines, quite warm weather, 25, 26, 28 out in the ocean. So looking pretty good, and that is kind of nice. Anyway, let's throw it on to precipitation. We don't see too much else that is really of a concern. Still seeing that string of storms all the way along the equator here, basically. That's what we're seeing, and that is pretty cool. And of course, this one in the Indian Ocean are going like crazy. Zooming in here a little bit to Europe, we see most of that circulation is turning away from Europe, and then we have warmer air circulating around this way. So that's pretty awesome. Hopefully the Calima winds have died down in Spain a little bit, and that will be interesting to see. That storm line has moved off the coast a little bit more. We do have that other mess coming through the eastern states, unfortunately. You take a look down here in Brazil and those areas, the jungle, the rainforest is active. And of course here we see a little bit more activity in Canada, more so than the US. They've got warm weather, we get snow. It's horrible. And looking over here, poor Japan, they're probably getting pounded with some storms here as well. We see these ripple effects here, so some of that's going to really get in there. Okay, I was hoping to make it to Rio de Janeiro this summer, but with oil prices being this high, I can't see it happening. Yeah, it's going to be horrible. I heard oil prices went down a bunch, and I didn't see that anywhere at the pumps though. So somebody's gouging us. Anyway, it went back down, so maybe in the future we'll see a little bit lower prices. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the weather. As I mentioned before, our coldest point that we found was minus 64 degrees Celsius. So wherever you are, please don't despair. It's not as cold as it is in the Antarctic. Okay, and that will be it. Guess who? Guess who was a nice band? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go put it back onto Ta'al, and that is how we will finish our show today. I'm gonna pop the quality back up to where it should be, though. I don't know why it does that, changes it all by itself, but there it is. So and of course, oh, I did want to see if Madame Rutsa is got her stream running, and yeah, oh, she's got commercials on there. Let's see if we can get rid of that in a second, just to wrap things up. All right, skip those ads. All right, and that is what the other side looks like. So we know it's just off-gassing. It's normal steam stuff today. And not actually erupting in the same method as it was yesterday. So it is pretty cool in that sense. And of course, the water looks really, really nice. The sun isn't really hitting it hard yet, so we're not getting as much evaporation. That's why we're able to see it a lot better in the morning. Wait another hour, and then we'll get a lot of humidity or haze from the evaporation, but that looks pretty awesome, and we can see that from both sides, and it is quiet. Again, if you wanted to watch that on your own, I don't have a problem with sharing that link, and I've just put it down into the chat, so you are more than welcome to go have a look. All right, it is time for me to wrap it up, since we are already over time by a little bit. For those good people, if you haven't hit those like buttons yet, we need 10 more to go to 150. Have we got 10 likes in here? I'm hoping that you guys can push it up that far. And let's see, if we can get 10 likes, that would really, really be awesome, and make my day if we can at least get it to 150 today. That's kind of that mini challenge to push it up that far, and hopefully that will happen. And I see we're at 142, so we got 8 more to go, you guys, and let's see if we can make that happen. And on those notes, though, I am going to wrap things up. I thank everyone for being here. You guys are awesome, and you know, glad to have had all of you on board. I want to say a big thank you to all of my wonderful members in here, the people that are green, and those who help and support the channel, which of course, to be a lavalier, it's $2.99 a month, and that does help the channel out to keep the lights on, if you know what I'm saying. And that is good there. I want to thank you all for being here. Regardless if you're a member or not, you're still part of the wonderful Lava family, and we appreciate each and every one of you, because without you, the stream wouldn't be here. So thank you from me, from the bottom of my heart, to all of you. because you are the ones that really make it go. So thank you kindly for being here, and we really, really do like the fact that you guys are there. Yep, 2 more. If we can get a couple more likes, I would really be happy, and that would be really, really awesome. So, on those notes, though, I do have to get it wrapped up, and I thank all of you again. We didn't have any super chatters, so I'm not missing anybody or missing a step here. So please don't panic, and we are good. And I see 149 on mine. I don't know, somebody said yay 150. Oh wow, Lisa P. Frampton. Lisa, you didn't have to do that. You did yesterday. Lisa P. Frampton, thank you kindly for that wonderful $5 super chat. And that does help out, Frampton. And really do appreciate it. So we do have one super chatter, Lisa P. Frampton. Thank you, and that is an awesome $5 donation there. So thank you. It's because you're the best, Doc. Why? Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up though. It is time. So thank you all for being here. And again, if you want to carry on watching that stream, that link was just in there. You can scroll back up and grab it. And on that note, it is time to go. Please take care, everyone, and thank you kindly. And all the best to all of you. Please make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000. I can't even talk today. I got 12 mumbles. Got my merds wixed. Twisted. Okay, let's try that again. I'm your host, DrFox2000. We will see everyone tomorrow. Take care. Good night. Stay safe. And oink oink.